And we are officially live. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live for the first time in a long time. Davey I. AJKO Fury in 6 rounds. Wow. That would be something if he could do that. I'll let the chat load up. Going on a road trip, people. Welcome to the Fantastic Four on the chat. Please state where you're from, where you're at, where you're going. 12 on the chat. Salute to everyone. Counterpunch to everyone's on the chat. 13. It was crazy. It was Friday the 13th yesterday. Did anything crazy happen yesterday for Friday the 13th? Let's get those likes up. When you enter, hit the like button. Double SB28. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Yeah, the virus is crazy. It got everybody scared. So I guess the only way that we stay safe is, stay at home, watch YouTube, watch old fights. You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna do. Fuck it, I might do that. Because we got laid off. Hallen, Germany, Hamburg. Jalen, nice. Dallas all the way. Yeah, I'm actually 13 miles from Waxahachie, which is not too far from Dallas. I've seen people fighting in the grocery stores. Nah, you didn't see people fighting in the grocery stores. They're starting that shit. That reminds me of Black Friday. I remember years ago, I used to work at Walmart. Like I was in my early 20s, and the year before that same store that I worked at, somebody got stabbed because they were fighting over a damn gift. Parlay King, what's up? Counterpunch to you. Way of Nigeria, nice counterpunch. I watched the Lomachenko fight today. Andy Cliff, are you shut in? Are you sick and shut in, or are you just shut in? Because that's the big difference these days. Which Lomachenko fight did you see, Andy? What's up from Manchester? Big Scoop? Or Big Scoob? Barma Southpaw, what's going on, brother? Counterpunch. Indiana. Chris Serrano in the house. It's good to be back on the live thing, man. I've been so busy, working and all that or whatnot. And because of this damn virus, the virus has everybody scared. So they're shutting down all the productions. Fear the Walking Dead shut down. They told us all last night. We will be on a hiatus for 30 days, 4 weeks. It's crazy. Kyle, appreciate your support from the UK. Thank you. Big ups from Ontario, Canada. Look, you know what? I went to Canada once. I went to Montreal, and it was absolutely beautiful. I didn't want to leave. Honestly, I did not want to leave. I expect all the other stories to do the same. Everybody will still get their checks though. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter if people stop working. We got one more check to get, and that's a wrap. Until we start back. And I'm not really complaining. I'm just explaining because that just gives me more work to do, more videos to do, more time to engage, take time off. You know what I mean? Promo 130, Kurt in the house, absolutely. Carlos, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Actually, I called you. I was just coming through Waco. That's why I texted you earlier. Inboxed you earlier. You know what I mean? Oh, I think Usyk will win late on, or most likely on points, I think. He could be. And I think that would be the safest bet for Usyk. If Usyk would fight on points. Don't try to go for a knockout or something like that, because one thing Chisora will bank on is landing a shot. You know, he may want to trade with Usyk, you know, to see what Usyk has, to see if Usyk is durable enough to take those shots coming from a heavyweight. I mean, a legitimate, hard punching heavyweight, not a guy that we never heard of. I never heard of Chaz Witherspoon. I've heard of John Witherspoon, but not Chaz Witherspoon. Usyk to stay out of trouble. But I'll be back, though. Whenever I go back to work, I'll hit you up or whatnot. But stay out of trouble for 12 rounds and take a decision. Yeah, he could do that. Chisora doesn't have a chance in hell. I don't know. I think anybody that goes right to a fight has a chance. Just like James Kirkland had a chance against Canelo. The chances were slim, but he took his shot. He went and he came right at Canelo Alvarez throwing bombs. He caught Alvarez with some good shots. Alvarez just has a dynamite chin. That motherfucker might have, he might be injecting his chin. Because he takes shots and I'm like, dude, how the hell you take that? I mean, think about it. He took Golovkin shots. Mayweather schooled him. Lara outboxed him. You know what I mean? And that was twice for Golovkin. So, it is what it is. But I doubt the fight is going to happen. If it does, it will be empty stadium. Yeah, that's bad because I know Italy is a lot closer to the UK than it is to us, and it's supposed to be infested. But Washington State is supposed to have the worst case of virus or whatever, coronavirus. Washington State. So. Yeah, Kirkland should retire. I'm with you on that because Kirkland shows me when I hear him talk, I hear signs of that punch drunk syndrome already. And a lot of people, I think he should have stayed retired. Honestly, I just think he needed the money. You know what I mean? Because it's been a long time since we've seen James Kirkland. Carlos. I don't know. I don't know if they're taking a risk right now because of that coronavirus. See, the coronavirus is scaring the shit out of everyone because it's 7 strands of this shit, people. And because it's 7 strands of it, one of those strands are deadly. So it's almost like rolling the dice. You know what I mean? Ahmed Ali, thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Andy Cliff, they can cancel Fury and Wilder for good, though. That won't bother me. Yeah, they can do that, They're trying to convince everybody that Tyson Fury cheated. They want to turn it over or whatever. They want a no contest, but at the end of the day, everybody's seen him get beat. So what's the contest about? So Usyk wins. Usyk, he should win. But can he win? Because can he, again, weather the storm of Dereck Chisora? I am interested to see what the hell he's going to really do with that. What is he going to do with Chisora when Chisora comes at him? How's he going to deflect, defend, Yeah, that's correct. Most of us have, Andy, the coronavirus. Yeah, it probably is a man-made thing, though, man. That's the scary part of it. A man-made illness that's fucking airborne. That's scary by itself. To think someone, did do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up to 59. We got 59 on the chat. 59 turned to 61. Let's get those likes up. Usyk, Chisora. It's going to be a good fight. I would like, honestly, you know what a fight I would like to really see? Parker and Usyk. I don't know. I just think that the Parker and Usyk fight would do very good. Would do very well. It's not deadly. Only 2% of the people died. Well, I heard yesterday it was 7%. So 2% went to 7%. Not a huge number, but you know, it's more than 2% now. But yeah, Parker Usyk, that would be a good fight because of the speed, the styles. Parker can box and move, you know, and I would like to see him take on a boxing lesson against Usyk. That would be a good fight to see. I think Usyk will batter Chisora, to be honest, like what Fury did, but probably stop Chisora late. I don't know. I think Chisora is too hard-headed to go down. Maybe the ref might stop it, but or then again, he might catch him with that shot, that one shot. Usyk versus Ruiz and Shea. That's a good fight too. That fight was brewing, you know. I don't think Ruiz wants to even deal over that side of the street because he had a victory, and you know, I think he misses home. I think he misses those nobody fights, those pre Elm Heyman fights, like the ones he had with Top Rank. He couldn't even get a fight. Certainly a test for Usyk. Yeah, this is the real test for Usyk. You know, Chaz Witherspoon did catch him with some good shots, though. Not many, but the shots that he caught him with were pretty solid on. You know, it made Usyk, it woke Usyk up. You know? Because, you know, Parker, he just knocked out somebody, which I saw that, you know. Forget the fellow's name. Joshua, Little John, salute to you, brother. Counterpunch to you. When it goes to the distance, Usyk would win. He should win if it goes to the distance. No guy test Chisora. That's crazy. Everybody's wearing gloves and shit. I need to find me a pair. Yeah. I was walking out of IHOP and this lady's like, "Oh, you're tall." And then she rubbed. I'm like, "Dude, don't fucking do that outsider HBO shit on me. Put a mark on my ass and you know, it's Jeremy. You know what I mean? Oh man, life is good. The boxing icon. The boxing icons. The boxing icons. That's good, man. I can't complain. You know, taking some time off. I might leave the country. I ain't scared of the shit. You know what I mean? Because if I do catch it, I ain't dying over it. It's just going to be something that I have to deal with. But want it? No. I don't want the fucking common flu either. But I'm not going to stop living my life because of that. So actually, it's a great time to fly because I hear the tickets are real low. You know, because I want to go back to South America. I want to go back to Brazil and chill. You know, I want to go to Bahia and I want to go to Rio. So, you know. Yeah, videos in the morning. Yeah, man, appreciate it. Thank you. I get up and I try to do a few on the topics that's going on for right now. Get them out of the way. Get them to you guys. Let you guys check them out. Comment on them. You know what I mean? I'll check the comments later on. You know, when I have time or whatnot. What do you mean, rest in peace, Joe Rogan? What does that mean? Carl Brooks. What the fuck happened to Joe Rogan? He likes ladies. Oh yeah, that's true. I do have friends Usyk takes him out in 5 rounds. Mr. Brown, counterpunch to you. Some guy always says that about Joe Rogan, but he is fine. Yeah, it's crazy. Joe Rogan, you know, he smokes a lot, works out, you know, he has his podcast, keeps him busy. Going, and that's good. You know what I mean? Structure. You need structure at the end of the day. You know, and I think when I'm off, you know, I'm going to try to do a live stream every day because there's nothing that I'm doing. There's no film to film. There's nothing, nothing like that I have to worry about at this time. So I will be indoors in my crib, you know, going live probably at 12. I might do another one at 6 or 7. Depends on what I got going on, but I want to do at least one a day. There was a major rumor, Major rumor from 2011, I think, that he died. Oh, no. I hope not. Which state? I am in Texas right now. Big ass state / country. The only state that can succeed from the United States, and nobody does shit because it's in the contract. It's written. UK friendly times for chat. Metal Box J, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Everything good. You're in Oklahoma. Yeah, I got a few sisters in Oklahoma. I was up there about a month ago now. G-Man. I like Chisora, but he has limited skills. Usyk will be too skillful and totally outbox him over 12. Well, we'll see. That's all I can tell you, man. Because somebody like Chisora's going to bring it to you real quick. Because he wants to crack your defense. He wants to give you that first initial punch, that first initial. He wants to see what you're made out of. If you pull a fucking David Price, okay, he's gonna destroy you. Or a Spilka, he's gonna destroy you. If Usyk's weak like that, it's good night. You should go back to cruiserweight or retire. Either one. He shouldn't be there with these big guys. Jim Brown, counterpunch with and coronavirus. Hell yeah. Coronavirus is crazy, Jim Brown. Counterpunch to you, brother. Welcome to the chat. Does Usyk fight good on the back foot? Yeah, Usyk does. He does. Usyk can do it all. He's just not a switch hitter. That's the only thing I don't see him do. He's original southpaw, but he shifts. He has good catch and shoots. You know, he works the jab. He works everything off the jab. He can pop you with the straight left or around the guard left, which he's good at doing. You know, that's how he got Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew was doing a pretty good job. A lot of people say that Bellew was getting to the best of Chisora. I mean, he was showing him a fight. He was giving him a fight. But if you notice, Bellew was trying to lure him in to a different type of fight. He wasn't trying to fight like that. You know, he was pot shotting for one, but he wanted Usyk to overcommit so he can catch him with something that could possibly get him out of there. Before he did that, he started getting tired. Because a certain level of guy like Usyk, it's almost like Tony Bellew fighting Usyk was like Timothy Bradley fighting Manny Pacquiao. And let me explain. Tony Bellew had to be like, he had to exhort all of his speed and reflexes. He had to do that to the T. He had to stress those attributes that he had. But a certain way, like certain fighters can't fight a certain way all the time. You know, like Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley had to fight hard as hell to keep up with the footwork and the movement of Manny Pacquiao, that in and out, up and in, you know, that stutter step shit, that because it gives you fits, because you don't know if he's coming in with a punch. You know, you don't know when he's coming in. He might just give you a feint and you might react from that feint. But Usyk is the kind of guy that he's conditioned so well that when Tony Bellew started to tire out, he was just now coming on. So no, the stamina wise, the guy that's the thing that makes Usyk so dangerous. It's not because he has one punch knockout power. It doesn't have anything to do with it. It's bad. He's so dangerous because Usyk likes to throw multiple punches, especially with angles that you don't expect him to throw it. And look, he does them when you don't even want them to come. When you're not expecting them because you're so tired, you're getting hit with 3 or 4 punches from Usyk, and he's coming on, and he's not getting tired. In fact, he's just in midstream of his windpipe, of his stamina. He's going to beat you until someone makes him quit. Maybe even the fighter. It's a good test. We all know once those punches connect. Yeah. You know, like we knew if Wilder hits Fury, he would go down. But I mean, that shit didn't happen, did it? So you can't rely on just one punch. But enough people have knocked out, including Deontay, have knocked out enough people to know, hey, that fight and that power is real. It was no gimmick, no gag or whatever. So, brother, best analysis. Ease Fly, thank you for the compliment, brother. Usyk has a good European style. Floyd beat and killed his wife. Oh, God. Oh, man, don't. Look, I got to do a video on that after I get off this live stream about Floyd. You know, because Floyd is, you know, he said some things. So I got a counterpunch on the things he said. So stay tuned for that. But back to Usyk. Usyk is a guy. Think of Lomachenko as a heavyweight. You got Usyk because you know they train together. They have the same type of mentality, headstrong. You know, I think that Usyk is that guy that will give a lot of people problems and give a lot of people the blues. Let's get those likes up to 100 people. Let's hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up, will you? Usyk has a strong UK fan base. That's good. That's good. You know what? It should be. He should be, because he made a believer out of those guys that rode with Tony Bellew. You know, they were going for Bellew. Bellew was, you know, I'm going to take him to a deep place. I'm going to drag him into the 8th round, and I hope he's ready for hell, because that's where he's going. I'm going to take him in a deep, deep place. Yeah. And he knocked you into the sunken place, Tony Bellew, because what ended up happening, he couldn't keep up with that speed. He got caught, and Usyk finished him off. Sam Greer, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Sean Myers, counterpunch to you, Mr. Myers. Usyk is very respectful, just like most boxers from that part of the world. Yeah, I think Usyk is more humorous. He's more of a, you know, payaso, more of a clown. But that just shows you almost like a sociopath. A person can be so nice, but then so deadly. You know what I mean? Absolutely, man. You guys are rolling with me. I'm actually in, I think, Waxahachie right now. That's right above Dallas. Who said that Tony Bellew would knock out Tyson Fury in 6 rounds? Did he say that? You know, I mean, it is what it is. Appreciate good practices in England regardless of nationality. That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to respect someone not because of where they're from. And the only reason I'm watching him, or I'm rooting for him, or I'm a fan of him, is because he's from the place you're from. Or he has the same skin color you have. You know? That's shallow as fuck. But I mean, it is what it is. And people are, oh man, I like that person because that person is, you know, signed over here. I don't really like the zone, which is stupid. Tyson would flatline Bellew. I would like to see it though, because Bellew's a shorter guy, smaller guy, a faster guy. So. Stretch O. Tony said that in the interview. If Fury is focused, nobody around him beats him. Well, what I want to see is somebody actually beating him. But he's going to have to take on those people that can put him in the position to lose. And that's what you question. You know, for the same reason Wilder wanted to fight Fury was the same reason Fury wanted to fight Wilder. Fury he admitted it. He cherry-picked Wilder. He cherry-picked him. He set him up. He tricked him. Kurt, can you do an analysis video on the Fury versus Wilder 2 fight? Oh, yeah, I've already done it. Just check out the videos in January. Because I make a lot of videos, so it was back in that time. Did you get heat off black Americans for your Fury versus Wilder last week? Yeah, a little bit, you know, but a lot of people are there. And you got to understand something. A lot of people were mad, okay? And a lot of people are going to be mad when I use this analogy, but I want you guys to listen up. This is the best way I can understand it. Look, when Joe Louis lost to Max Schmeling was German, but he wasn't a Nazi. However, it didn't really matter, right? Joe Louis went back over there, knocked this man out in dominating fashion. I mean, he beat him. And do you think that the Nazis, right? Do you think that the Nazis didn't have nothing bad to say? You know what I mean? Do you think that? Do you think, oh, well, hey, do you think they would act like Wilder fans? But I will say this. The reason why they were going for Max Schmeling wasn't because of anything else, was because he was a Nazi. Or should I say a German? You know? Joe Louis would murk Fury. A lot of people would murk Fury, but who of today could murk Fury? Fury knew he could beat Wilder even when he wasn't in shape. Fury knows what he's doing. Yeah, I think Fury, if Fury wasn't ready, even in the first fight, he was going to take it anyway. Hey, Nazi, not German. Of course, Chris, is what I'm saying. Do you think that the Nazis would approve of that happening? You think they would be happy about it? No, they would be pissed off like they were pissed off. They were pissed off Max Schmeling was defeated by Joe Louis. You know, they were pissed off about that. Let's get those likes up, people. We got 123 on the chat. Let's get the likes to 123. Lewis, guilty by association. You think these dudes are actually this dumb, or are they? I don't know, man. I think that Deontay Wilder losing, and he was forming a movement. So when he lost, you know, the people that followed him, they had to do something except admit what was the obvious, and they weren't going to do that because it wasn't based off Deontay Wilder's skill. It wasn't based off of He wasn't based off any of that to them. You know, they're saying that he lost. You know, I mean, they said that he lost due to foul play. That's it. Sammy, thank you for the super chat, brother. Counterpunching you, Kurt. Thanks for the unbiased pure boxing analyst. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the super chat donation. Tyson Fury should get a lot more credit for not letting the boxing politics get in the way of him becoming champion, unlike the other champions. Yeah, it does happen. Especially it happens, sad to say, in the biggest fights. So, this was a big fight. Nice drive, by the way. Yeah, it's kind of sprinkling out here. It ain't too bad, When are you coming to the UK? Yeah, you know what? Hell, I was coming in June, but I'm not sure because now that the production took a month off, we're going to be filming at least through July because of the hiatus, because of the coronavirus, because everyone's scared shitless of getting sick and dying or whatever. I haven't. You got to quarantine me. I'll never see the human population again. Yeah, chill. AJ versus Pulev. That's another thing. I want to go to that fight. I want to go to Tottenham Stadium, but I'm not sure. Tyson had a father to train him. Since birth. Yeah, he knows how to fight. Box. Gonna punch you from my 5 months old son. Oh, that's cool. You tell your son I said counter punch back. Oh yeah, that's right. One thing I hate about Texas roads, they have lanes that they just stop. You know what I mean? So you got an old lane with stripes, and you got a new lane with stripes, and it can become confusing. Earned U.S. cards are stacked. Yeah, let's hope he can keep them. Let's hope he can keep these cards and keep these fighters fighting. Okay, we'll probably win against Chisora, especially if he says, "Boo." Okay. Oh, Chris Serrano, you're out. Hey man, we'll have a good day. We'll link up on the live chat sometime soon. Will Terrence Crawford get a shot at unanimous this year? I don't know. You mean undisputed, not unanimous, but undisputed, maybe. But I doubt it because those guys, they know what they're doing. They know keep the money. Terrence Crawford's undefeated. Errol Spence undefeated. Keep holding it till someone gives or someone, hey, we'll give you $20 million apiece. They're looking for certain avenues like that, and they know if they still got that fighter, they know there's a chance for them to get that type of money under the table or however they get paid. Right? Cannot wait to see the lad land those punches. There's some more of this shit. I'm looking at one lane, and then this lane ends. So retarded. From Denmark, Kelvin. Counterpunch to you, Kelvin, from Denmark. How's the weather over there? Danish bacon is the best. I love Danish pastries. Let's see. We got 105 on the chat. Let's get 105 likes. Let's get those likes up. They show him in no standing, kind of like okay. Worth, and we are in Dallas now. I've made it to Dallas. So let's see, where is, oh, there's Texarkana over there. I think all of them have a combination, and we won't really, the best promotional outfit. You know, it's one thing of having the best fighters, but it's another thing of having the making the best fights. You know, you have to work with what you have. See, Eddie Hearn, I think, is making the best fights. He's a young promoter, and he's taking risk with these guys fighting the best. When I mean risk, I mean older promoters don't take risk like that. That's why the Dubois-Joyce fight is so uncommon, because normally guys like that wouldn't fight until the next 3 or 4 years and they're fighting. But I think Frank is like, hey, you know, push it to the limit. Let's see what's going on. Excuse me. Oh shit, I sneezed. You better not do that around 20 people. You get fucked around and get shot. Okay, so let's see. But Dallas is huge, though. Make no mistake about it. If you guys never been to Dallas, Dallas is one of those places where you have different parts of Dallas. Then you have other cities surrounding Dallas. Dallas is a big city, and now it's my objective to get the hell out of this big city. Yeah, I mean, the Glove Gate saga, man. It's just, you know, it's one of those things where it's just ridiculous. You know, if you put on some gloves and you tried to do what they say Tyson Fury did, it wouldn't help him much. In fact, it would hurt him. It would break his shit. You know, I mean, those people, and I think at this point, as long as they have people looking, viewing, believing, they're going to keep making that shit. They're going to keep making lies and slander and all that stuff. They're going to do it. That's them. They're going to make sure, hey, yeah, we got to do this damn thing. We got to make this shit stick. We got to make people believe that Tyson Fury cheated. So if Tyson Fury cheated, that means he really didn't win fair. If he didn't win fair, that takes the win away. If it takes the win away, that means Deontay Wilder can save face. If Deontay Wilder can save face, they can still keep pushing that same bullshit narrative about whatever the hell they were pushing. You know, believe in us. Whose side are you on? You know, support your black fighters. Yeah, it's all right to support your black fighters when they want to fight the best. But then again, you look at it, you're like, well, what are we talking about? Are we talking about boxers, or we're just talking about black people that happen to be boxers? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But no, I think Chisora is the type of guy that Chisora will be in a fight, and I think he knows what he needs to do. He ain't gonna outbox Usyk. What he's gonna do is he's gonna do what he does in every fight. He's gonna want to cut off the ring because he knows Usyk's gonna move. Bottom line, and he knows it's up to him to stop Usyk from moving. That's what you're supposed to do when you're with a person that likes to box. You have to stop them from implementing their game plan. You can't do that shit. You're not doing your job. It ain't because the person's running too much. You have to stop the person from running too much. So it is what it is. But this is unfamiliar. Let me see. Anyhow, let me get the hell off of here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We have like 6 lanes of traffic. It's crazy. You would imagine 6 lanes of traffic. And you still have traffic. 6 lanes and you still have traffic. That's bad. That's real bad. That is real bad. From Shots from Scotland. John, appreciate you, man. Thank you for your compliment, your comments. Broner arrested again. What a dummy. Yeah, Broner's just fucking up, man. He's just fucking up, and he knows. And I think it's at times Broner just doesn't give a shit. He's just a person that doesn't care. And all those fines and those lawsuits and shit like that, they're gonna eventually catch up. They're definitely adding up. You know what I mean? So Broner is in a place where he needs to really just chill. And you would think a guy like that has a fiance, has a beautiful fiance. He likes to fuck off, do all this stuff with his buddies and his boys and his whatever, warm market the people that he, surrounds himself around. And he still wants to just do silly shit. Is David Haye really fighting Fury? No. David Haye is not fighting Fury. I don't know where you get that from. This was 2013. Yeah, I know, right? That shit was a long time ago. But, that's why it's called updated news. Certain news, and they know they never fought. They never fought anyway. So the sad thing is that he can still get decent money fights. Yeah, he will. Yeah, Broner can get him because Broner is he's he has that mouthpiece. And he's unpredictable. You don't know what he'll say. I beat that boy. I beat that boy. I beat him. Yeah, bring your motherfucking ass over here. I got a lot to say. Hey, man. Hey, I beat that boy. He was mad, too. You could tell Broner was pissed. And you know why Broner was pissed? It's because he believed he won. But do you know why he believed he won? Do you know why he believed he won? Simple. It's because he has yes men also. Those trainers, if you look at that, what was it? All Access epilogue, right? With Pacquiao and with Broner. Those coaches were like, oh, yeah, you won, man. I don't know how they robbed you. But the whole thing was, it's like, okay, why would you tell him that? Why didn't you just tell him the truth? He got beat up because as the fight was going on, when Pacquiao was getting in his shit, they were like, what the fuck happened? Because Pacquiao was tearing his ass up, man. And Broner got in some good shots. I think it was round 2 or 3. And I'm going to tell you what was messed up about that fight, man. That fight was last year around, it was in January, right? Now, the bad part about that was I had I was out of the country, right? I was in Brazil, and I paid for the fight. So I paid for it. I was going to watch it on my tablet, the whole 9 yards. When I paid for the fight, and I went to watch the fight, they blocked me from watching the fight. They were like, oh, sorry. By the way, you can't watch it in this country. Man, I was pissed because, of course, they don't have Showtime in Brazil. You can't watch it over there. which I was like, that's crazy. Which makes sense because for one, you know, they have a lot of different problems with different networks. Like we, you know what I mean? So certain things we can't get, you know, but this is so retarded, I swear. Actually, I should stay in Dallas tonight. Because there's always people always say, yeah, I'm going to come through Dallas. I'm going to come hang out. And then drive right through the fucking place. Oh, man, I didn't even think about it. Yeah, you did. Off topic. Yeah. But no, Broner. But back to Broner, man. Broner is, you know, he got beat. Broner got beat. And he was pissed off. But because of the way he acts inside and outside the ring, he's going to get fights. You know, point blank and period. Yeah, it does, right? Well, actually, I messed around and missed the exit. And I don't know why my GPS is supposed to be on, but I guess it stopped, or it's no longer working, but I got it back. Anyway, we're back. Parker seems to leave himself open. Yeah, he does. After he throws the right hand, if you notice, he throws the right hand, you can catch him, you know. And again, I want to see somebody like Parker Usyk. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see Usyk and Parker, you know. Damn, the GPS got the coronavirus. That's fucked up, dude. Why you gonna give my GPS the coronavirus? But it did stop talking. The new Doom Eternal. Oh man, you know, you're talking about video games. Yeah, Doom's off the chain. Doom is off the chain. Parker trying to take the careful path back to a title shot. Yeah, he is. Mad Dog H. When you sneezed, the GPS went nope. I know, right? But I mean, now everyone doesn't want to have symptoms of shit. And what people don't realize is a cold is a strand of a coronavirus. Cold is a coronavirus. Yes, we do. Mad Dog H, counterpunch to you. We need a boxing game. Look, I've been playing fucking Fight Night Champions for damn near 8 years. Okay? I need something else. Don't get me wrong, I love the game. That game has if it had a catalog, we need a game with a catalog that you can either download fighters, you know, you can get, you know, have some downloadable content. Like I think one of those fighters, I think that game had it, but we need more. You know, we need an honest, accurate variety of fighters from each era. You see, some fighters were hot for a few years and then they drowned out. We need one. You know, it doesn't matter if it's EA or whatever, because the last fight they did was a mature game. It was not team. It was mature, and it was Fight Night Champions. Waiting for Showbiz. Yeah, I heard he's coming out with a game, Jim. You know, but I don't know. I just, you know, I hope he's getting it off the ground. I hope he's thorough with it, because I want to see it, you know. Because you know what'll happen. If he comes out with a game, then someone else will come out with a game for that game to have a competitor, you know. The manufacturer thinks boxing is dead. Well, it's not dead at all. Yeah, welcome to Dallas. Who's driving the car? I'm driving the car. You know, it's called multitasking. You know. Joe Joyce bullied Usyk. Oh, you mean in the amateurs easy? Who do I want Ortiz to fight? Any fucking body with a pulse, with a name. You know what I mean? Like, fight Dominic Brazil. That would be a good one. You know, I would like to see what he does with other fighters. You know, and you know what's sad though? They're probably still, they would rather Luis Ortiz fight a bunch of bums so he could always somehow still have that reputation of being a badass without fighting anybody. Just to keep Deontay Wilder at a certain point. Ortiz versus Martin, that would be a good one. Two southpaws. I would like to see that fight. I would really like to see that fight. That's a good fight. And that fight can definitely be made. But you know what? The question is, would Charles Martin want that fight? Charles Martin is coming off a win. And you know he's getting closer to, I believe, the WBA again. Right? So I don't think, you see, a lot of those fighters, they get to a certain ranking and then they don't want to mess that up. Yes, I seen that upset. It was crazy. You know, Kalnaki got knocked the fuck out. But, you know, like I told you guys about Kalnaki, that was going to eventually happen. And I said that about him and Deontay Wilder. Somebody like Wilder would have knocked out Kalnaki, put him in the stretcher, put him on the gurney, because he doesn't have any head movement. He comes in throwing punches. He's very offensive, but with very little defense. That's a recipe for disaster, especially someone that believes in their power like Wilder. Wilder power. You know, all I need to do is land. Speak it, believe it, receive it. He might be my next body. But he doesn't have to, because his footwork makes up for it. Usyk is like this. Usyk has, you can see the European style Usyk possesses, but you can also see some other things that he works on. He's always having his mitts up, and instead of moving his head, he'll be in a situation where he's blocking. Kind of puts you in the mind of Winky Wright. You guys can remember Winky Wright. He's a southpaw. He was a super middle and middleweight champion and contender. You know, he fought guys and beat guys like Sugar Shane Mosley, Felix Trinidad. He lost to Fernando Vargas in a highly disputed fight, which I think he actually beat Fernando Vargas. You know, but he was the kind of guy where when he punches, he's blocking. You know what I mean? He's going to stay blocked because he's so disciplined with his offense and defense. It's almost like 50-50. You know what I mean? It's never like 60-40 or 70-10. A lot of these guys are using a lot of offense, and then at the same time, because they're using so much offense, they're throwing so many punches, like someone like Amir Khan, to the point where they're leaving themselves open. Usyk doesn't do that much. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing about Usyk. Usyk is mostly 55-45 or 50-50, because he knows for every time he's attacking, he's also blocking for a possible counter. You know what I mean? So that's Usyk. That's the thing of him. And then he knows. Look, it's one thing to move your head, but it's another thing to move your body. Okay? So it's not like he doesn't have defense. He has defense. That's what's going to keep him in the heavyweight division, is defense. Oh, believe me, it will. It has to. Right? And you don't have to move your neck if you have the ability to move your whole body. Why weave when you can move? If you have lateral movement, that's the same, or it's not the same, but it's the same concept as weaving. You're avoiding a punch. You're not blocking the punch. Blocking a punch is the last, what's the word? It's one of the last things you want to do from the defense, on a defensive standpoint, because you're still absorbing punches. You're still absorbing these punches when you block them. Okay? And speaking of Winky Wright, he might have had swollen eyes, but none of those punches will hit him flush because he's constantly blocking them. Oleksandr Lara, same kind of, Oh man, your late cousin Vernon Forrest, yeah, Vernon Forrest was a mother. That was a mother sucker. God bless the dead. That's impressive, that shit, cousin. Last line of defense. There you go, Andy. I know it was something. Sometimes, your words kind of fleet you at times. But yeah, that's the last thing you ever want to do. It's the last line of defense. Counterpunch to Andy. Appreciate you, brother. Okay, Terrell. All right. In fact, this is Dallas. I really don't need a GPS for Dallas unless I'm going somewhere specific, like Plano or something. Drinking homemade moonshine, have a quart for you, uncut. Oh, damn. That's what you're doing right now? Shit, that's going to kill the coronavirus, if any, around. That fucking moonshine. Usyk will get mauled by AJ. AJ would have to, because if AJ figures out, I think AJ has to fight Usyk just like Ika Barabuchi fought Chris Bird. You guys will know who Chris Bird is. He was one of the fastest heavyweights that we have in the last generation, last 25 years or so. He was smaller though. He was very hard to hit. He was very defensive. His last name Bird, it was funny, because he had this like peekaboo style where he threw rapid combinations, and he was a southpaw, and he was very hard to hit. He has wins over the Klitschko's, one of the Klitschko's anyway. He beat one, and then the other one picked him apart. But then actually that was Chris Bird's first professional loss, was to the hands of Ika Barabuchi, because Ike knew that I can't just box this dude, because this dude's he's gonna pick me apart. I have to attack. I have to fight that boxer. Anthony Joshua has to do exactly that with Usyk. You know what I mean? He has to throw shots, overpower Usyk, and get him to commit. Chris Bird was very good, except against Vladimir. Right. Body, head, in which, whatever sequence, but repeat. Yeah, you got to throw multiple punches with Usyk, and don't let him dictate your rhythm, because if he does, he'll pick you apart. Usyk has nothing to play with. In fact, he's the biggest question mark in the heavyweight division right now. And it's funny what Floyd Mayweather said. He said, "Don't be surprised, because it's going to be a person that makes a big noise, a big splash in the heavyweight division, and he's not from the U.S. and he's not from the U.K." Why do you think he said that? Well, for the PBC, it's not even a thing of crashing and burning. It's a thing of these guys fighting, and the reason they fight and the reason they don't fight. Certain fighters certain chances that they take. See, the thing about the PBC, they are so accustomed to what do you call it? Sure things, right? Yeah, Chisora could fight Ortiz. That would be a good fight. That would be a good fight, because Ortiz ain't scared of you. Basically all he's gonna do is counter Chisora. And it's funny though, the way Chisora is, if Chisora can get Ortiz on the ropes, Ortiz is going to try to fight back. But if Ortiz can get him in the middle of the ring and start getting him to throw punches that he can counter, he can catch Chisora with something and knock him out. And you know what'll happen if that did happen? If Ortiz knocks out Chisora, that means that Dillian Whyte has knocked out Chisora and Ortiz. So that means those guys have to see each other because now they have a common opponent. So yes, it would be big. Miller Ortiz would be good too, but I don't see that fight happening because, Bob, we're not fighting 50-year-old fucking Cubans. We're not doing that over there, fucking with Al Heyman. The bastard's dangerous. He might have 1 or 2 good fights left. You're not fighting him, Jarrell. Take your medicine. Right? But no, absolutely not. Ortiz versus Ruiz is all I want to see. Oh, that would be a good fight too. Honestly, I'd rather see Chisora and Ortiz. You know what? I don't give a damn who Ortiz fights, as long as it's somebody, like I said, with a name. Let's, I don't want a fucking Travis Kalkman and Dinu and who else the fuck he fight? Just a bunch of hammers, Christian Hammers. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see those. And Christian Hammer gave him a good fight. Don't know if Chisora has that many layers though. No, I don't. He doesn't. See, Ortiz can box, counter, and he can bang when he needs to. He's not the best banger. I think Chisora is a better banger than him, but I think Ortiz is more gifted and more skilled, so he can turn it on, and he's a mean bastard too, Ortiz is one of those guys that he fights you as though he's mad at you. You remember the first Wilder fight? You'll beach. Hey, motherfucker. You'll beach. But he fought Wilder, and then he will fight to rip your head off. He's not fighting for any other reason. He just got tired. He punched himself out, and Wilder caught him, and then Wilder fouled him. Get Ortiz in with Briggs. Oh, let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Ortiz. No, I don't want to see nobody punch her. That's some sad shit, though. It always has been. Fury, Hay, Klitschko all punished Chisora. Yeah, they did. He's a walking common opponent for these guys. Let's get those likes up to 100 peoples. Let's get it up there. Yeah, throwback. And yeah, Bird dropped Vlad twice, then faced Vitali. Yep, I remember that. And Vitali came in and whooped that ass. Yeah, he was the Avenger. Who the hell disliked the video? I don't know. I don't see the dislike parts. I could care less though. Do you embrace women's boxing, Kurt? Yeah, I do. I like it. I used to love it back in the day. Boxing. I don't really follow as far as women boxing. I don't really follow it like that. But I mean, Larissa Shields, she's trying to fight. She's trying to get a crossover fight, kind of like what Floyd's doing. you know, with you know, McGregor and all that, trying to do that with Amanda Nunes, you know, get her to fight or whatnot. And I think she's a whole lot bigger than Amanda. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, shit reminds me of Layla Ali and Christy Martin. Christy Martin was a little thing, you know what I mean? I've watched Katie Taylor fight. Toronto on White versus Vivek. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hot. Oh, that woman's fight. Oh, fuck yeah. I remember. You talking about Zhang? Yeah. You know what? I was supposed to cover that because I saw it and I just forgot. I just got caught up. But that was one of the best women fights I've seen in a very, very, very long time. And yeah, I forget her name, but you know, her fucking forehead was protruding out. It was bad. Yeah. Women bar fights, all they do is really grab hair. You know something crazy, man? I was involved in a bar fight in DR. We were out with a couple honeys. My homeboy was with his girlfriend, and then we were kind of double dating or whatever, you know, and then we were just kind of hanging at this restaurant. And my boy's girl got drunk, and she started taking pictures of these people on the boat. Well, anyway, these people on the boat, it was like 5 chicks, like 3 dudes, all of them drunk. So they came over to us saying, hey, yeah, we need $100 from you guys because she broke our bottle of wine or liquor or something. And I was like, what? And I asked her in Spanish. She was like, no, I didn't break anything. That she told me that you guys, she knew that you guys were American, so therefore she wanted $100. Probably some prostitute shit, you know, someone trying to hustle. And I was like, hey, anyway, let's get out of here or whatever, because I wasn't hearing that noise. So someone, like, I don't know if they wanted to target me, but they took a glass of water or whatever that drink was and like dashed it in my fucking face. And the girl that I was with, she picks up a bottle. It was like a glass bottle, and she throws it. And the shit shatters on this pillar, but it gets all, glass gets all over them. And then my homeboy's date or girlfriend or whatever runs over there, picks this big candle thing up, because they have these candles they can light in the middle of the table for it. You know, she picked one of them up. I think it was made out of plastic, and then she clocked one with it. By that time, I'm trying to get to this chick. You got 5 or 6 angry chicks ready to stomp her, you know. So I'm pushing them, shoving these chicks back. Like, get back. And the dudes, they're all drunk. They were cool, but the women, man, they wanted, because one of them grabbed her hair, and I was like, dude, let her hair go. So it was crazy, man. It was a riot, literally a riot. And this is like at a 4 or 5 star restaurant. And it was embarrassing because it was like right off the harbor. You know, and a freaking fight breaks out like that. And it was crazy. You know, and people are like, oh, you know, yeah, it happens. Yeah. But why me, right? But yeah, UFC, you know, I'll watch, like, but here's the funny thing. The Adesanya fight was boring as shit. It was boring as shit, you know? No, I'm not familiar with StreamYard. What is that? What is StreamYard? Butterbean versus Ortiz. Let's see. Yeah, it was garbage. Romero and Adesanya. That was I'm like, dude, I'm looking at this shit like, wow. The only thing that made me kind of interested is when Romero would hit him, hopefully he can hurt him or stun him, you know. But again, that's exactly why you shouldn't try to box a guy that is, you know, specialized in boxing or striking. You know, he should have tried to get him on the ground, bust him up, do what he knows to do. You know, that's just like what Anthony Joshua should do to Usyk. It's like what Chisora should do to Usyk. You know, don't waste your time like that. Like Canelo tried to do with Floyd. You wasn't going to do that. You're not going to outbox Floyd. You can forget about it. Right? But absolutely, I think that fight was garbage. But the women, they killed it. They killed the show. Zhang, and I don't know what the other girl's name is, but they really did that, you know. So salute to them. Counterpunch to them, because they did a lot of it. A lot of counterpunching. Do you think Usyk can take Chisora's power if he connects flush? I don't know. I want to find out, though. You know, it's always good to have some adversity. Look at Floyd Mayweather, for example. Once again, he got hurt by Sugar Shane Mosley, second round of the fight. I'm thinking, okay, this guy's about to go out. But I do question the fact that as good of a finisher that Sugar Shane is, how in the fuck did Floyd get out of that second round? You know what I mean? Because for one, Sugar Shane is fast as shit. He could hit you 50 times in 30 seconds. And he couldn't put punches together and open up a can of whoop ass after he hit this guy. It's just stupid. I just didn't, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But Floyd powered, he has. Yeah, he showed he does. I'm still confused about that fight. Which fight, T Solid? Yeah, it was a fader Mosley, but that particular Mosley, I'm gonna tell you something else. That was a year and a half after he destroyed Margarito. For the record. For the record, that was a year and a half before he did that, before he was able to get in there with Floyd. But he did duck Floyd. He turned that fight down because he complained about something about his damn teeth or something like that. Floyd wanted that fight too earlier, so you can't really blame Floyd for that, you know. But anyway, but as far back to Usyk, Chisora, I think Usyk and Chisora, I think it's a good puzzle piece. You got a brawler, pressure brawler like Chisora versus a technical, aggressive, hybrid fighter like Usyk. I think it's going to be absolutely wonderful. You know, do you remember Mayweather cheap shot of all time? You know, I think he did that out of reflex. Now, the referee should have handled that a lot different. You know what I mean? Who was that? Joe Cortez? I forget who that referee was, but it's how that fight was handled. You know, and I honestly think Ortiz tried his best to just stay down there and act like he was so out of it, so they'll disqualify the fight. I did that. I think Victor Ortiz tried to pull one of those Montel Griffin moves. Montel Griffin was a fighter that beat Floyd by disqualification. Floyd hit him when he was on his knee. You know, and since he did that, he just buckled over like he was just so hurt or whatever. And when he came to, it didn't really matter. He was disqualified. Floyd was. After all this help, all this commitment, all the support, supposedly, all the praises, they give him a loss because the guy was faking about how hurt he was. And it's sad. But anyway, that's my take on it, guys. You guys been great. You know, Gerald Washington, Boxing Finland, Smarty Jones. It was Cortez. T Solid. You guys, near my destination. Well, kind of. But anyway, like I tell you guys, I'm going to try to do a live stream every day for you guys so we can stay in sync. New topic, you know, stay tuned for that. You guys, all everybody on the chat, thank you for coming in. Thank you for the engagement. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.